What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, well, we were right. And by we, I don't really mean me, unfortunately. I would love to take the credit for it. But, you know, a little while ago, I told you about those leaks that suggested the next hero packs, etc., that were coming out for Marvel Champions. Well, they came out on April the 1st. These leaks came on April the 1st. Well, they were leaks that came on April the 1st. So with the best will in the world, we took them with a pinch of salt, I think would be the polite way to put it. Well, we now have a bunch of information which suggests very, very strongly, and by that I mean basically confirms, that those leaks that came out on April the 1st, which really is not a good day for leaks, right? Nobody actually believed it. Seems like they're all true. I mean, bearing in mind, the big box that was leaked on April the 1st was the Thanos box, the Mad Titan Shadow, and of course it was just last week that I showed you the official reveal of the Mad Titan Shadow. The Thanos box. It's real. We did a whole video about it. It was an awful lot of fun. I will link it in the description, but it's actually going down really well. That video is proving rather popular, which is fun. That's good. That's nice. So that turned out to be real. Now, when that was real, we turned our attention to the hero packs. Now, for those that may have forgotten, the hero packs are supposed to be Valkyrie, Vision, and War Machine. Now, these came out, and people went, well, okay. And I said I thought I believed them, because firstly, right, if you're going to do an April Fool's joke, you don't do a big box, a scenario pack, and 3 hero packs. Way too much work. You do 1 or 2. But also, it just seemed right. But it also seemed post-Guardians. So then we started getting some other hero packs revealed, like Venom, for instance, and we went, well, what does that do? And honestly, nothing. Because, like, Venom was always going to be part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Venom was always going to be pre-Mad Titan Shadow. So these hero packs just have to be after Mad Titan Shadow, and that makes perfect sense. We'll fast forward to this week, when it turns out we've actually got some more information. You see, the Organized Play Kit has gone and been spoiled for the upcoming sets, and would you believe it, ladies and gentlemen, it includes some of this hero pack. Not all of it, we'll have a look in a second, but it certainly does seem to confirm. These was posted over in the Facebook group. Now, what we've got here are essentially alternate art, and then we get these in the, now nowhere anywhere near me does Organized Play. I've always missed out on these, and it makes me extremely sad, but you basically get alternate art, comic cover, whatever you want to call them, promo cards of, well, here we've got Valkyrie, Nebula, War Machine, and Thanos. Now, oh, and there's an Avengers dial as well. We know Thanos is real. Let's get that straight out the way. We know that Thanos is real. We've had the official reveal of Thanos, and for what it's worth, it's got the same basic artwork, the stats check out, it's all good. And we know that Nebula is real, because we've had the official reveal. No, we haven't, sorry, I'm lying to you. A minute ago, I was telling you about 3 hero packs were revealed. I forgot Nebula was as well, I apologize. So, it was actually Valkyrie, Vision, War Machine, and Nebula, which were revealed. Which, of course, is a little bit awkward because Nebula, clearly a Guardians of the Galaxy character. We'll talk about that in a moment, but I'm assuming Nebula is coming before the Mad Titan Shadow. But again, we'll get to that in a moment. Honestly, the release dates don't really match up, but again, we'll get there in a minute. So, what we basically got here is confirmation that War Machine and Nebula and Valkyrie are real. Because this has been sent out to people. This is the upcoming Organized Play Kit, and it matches the other leak. So, at this stage, it would be absolutely stunning if this wasn't real. Now, what is interesting, of course, is that there's no sign of Vision there. Vision is the other hero pack we're supposed to be getting. Vision is unfortunately being left out of the organized play pack. Incidentally, that doesn't mean that the Vision reveal or leak wasn't real, because it basically just means that for whatever reason, Vision was deemed not cool enough to be in the organized play kit. Feel free to be sad for Vision, but that's just the way it is. So, at this stage, I think it is fair to say Nebula, War Machine, and Valkyrie are confirmed, and we know for a fact that the Mad Titan Shadow is confirmed. So that basically confirms the entire leak. It's still super weird to me that these ended up going out on April the 1st, and it was funny because nobody believed it at first. I went into full-on detective mode using all of my Marvel Champions knowledge to try and figure out if indeed these were real, and I was satisfied that they were. I'm not always right, but if I wasn't confident they were real, I wouldn't have done a video about them. So honestly, the fact that I did a video should tell you what you need to know in terms of how real I thought they were. So we think that Vision's real, and then of course we've got the other scenario pack, the Red Hood. And at this stage, I think it's probably fair to assume that Red Hood is also real. Now, we haven't seen or heard anything from Red Hood other than the leak, but again, the fact that it is all there in the same leak pretty much tells you what you need to know. It would be so weird if part of the leak was real and the rest of it wasn't. That just really wouldn't make any sense to me. So what does this do then? I'll do a proper release schedule at some point in the near future, but what does this do in terms of a release schedule? Well, as it stands at the moment, Drax is confirmed to be coming out in June. That is a thing, that's what we know. And Venom is going to be coming out in July. And then the Mad Titan Shadow, the Thanos box, is coming out in August. Now, given that we are expecting one release per month, that all kind of makes perfect sense. Also, that's the order in which the reveals actually happened. We learned about Drax, and then we learned about Venom, and then we learned about the Mad Titan Shadow. Generally speaking, these do tend to get revealed in order. Now, this is a one thing, and I think this is all real, incidentally. Like I say, I've shown my work in here. But this is a one thing that makes me just a little bit, I don't know if queasy is the right word, but it makes me feel slightly uneasy. Because, of course, it's all a bit weird. Because what we would generally expect is that we finish off the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then we have Mad Titan Shadow, and then we start a new block. In the same way that the Guardians of the Galaxy box, Galaxy's Most Wanted, finished off, or essentially was the first thing after the Avengers block, and then we started off with Guardians of the Galaxy, starting with Galaxy's Most Wanted. Well, that's not happening here. It seems like, and again, we don't have an order for these, but I would imagine that Nebula would be the first one after Mad Titan Shadow to essentially finish off the Guardians of the Galaxy. And then from there, I mean, if Vision is the one not in the OP pack, you got to imagine Vision is coming last. So we've got kind of Nebula, then War Machine and Valkyrie, then Vision coming later. And then where does the Hood fit into all this? Because I'll be honest with you, we haven't had a scenario pack for a little while. The last scenario pack we had was Kang. And actually, while we're here, Kang was if I'm remembering correctly, the third scenario pack we've actually had. We have not seen much at all in terms of scenario packs. I'm fairly sure I'm right in saying that was the third scenario pack. So we're about due for another one, and the Red Hood is going to be it. Kang, incidentally, was in October, so it's been a while. So then the question becomes, well, all right then, where do we go from here? How do all these stack up? We essentially know that after the Thanos box, we're getting Nebula, War Machine, Valkyrie, Vision, and the Red Hood scenario pack, but we don't know the order in which we're getting them. Now, incidentally, I do, and I could be wrong about this as well, of course, but I do think there are no more pre-leak ones to come. So we had the leak, and then Venom got revealed, and everyone was like, well, hang on a second, Venom wasn't in the leak. That sounds a bit suspicious. But the reality is that Venom was just essentially a pre-leak set. The sets that were leaked were clearly of a particular time frame, and Venom just dropped in a little bit before that. I could be wrong, of course, but the fact that we've had the official reveal of the Mad Titan Shadow essentially to me says we are at the start of all of those leaks being confirmed, and then we'll move on to other heroes afterwards. Of course, it does mean that if there is a particular hero you are expecting or hoping for, the chances of seeing them before we've seen these four is essentially zero, and I'm sorry about that. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we know. It's basically confirmed. We still have questions about dates and all of that stuff, but it seems very much like this is what's happening. So now I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you're looking forward to. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Marvel Champions and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.